Hello friends, today we will discuss about type 4 hypersensitivity. Type 4 hypersensitivity differs from type 1, 2 and 3 in several different aspects. It is delayed type hypersensitivity. It is mediated by cells, so it is cell mediated immune response, and the principal cells which are involved in hypersensitivity reactions are DTH T cells and macrophage. Now we'll discuss the mechanism of type 4 hypersensitivity reaction. There are two phases of the event. One is sensitization phase, in which the pathogen encounters antigen presenting cell, especially macrophage and Langerhans cells. When these antigens are phagocytosed by antigen presenting cell, they are presented to CD4 T helper cells, and usually they get stimulated and they are converted into Th1 cells generally, or sometimes CD8 cells occasionally. Now another phase, that is effector phase. Over here, these cells which are sensitized Th1 cells, when they encounter the same antigen again, they would stimulate the resting macrophage. Now this macrophage which are resting will get activated and usually clear the pathogen. What happens that sometimes this macrophage is not able to clear the pathogen. Pathogen evade the immune mechanism, and what happens, there is continuous attempt by immune cells to destroy this pathogen, and this will eventually lead to hypersensitivity rather than immunity. Various agents which can lead to type 4 hypersensitivity reactions are the large number of pathogens like intracellular bacteria, Mycobacterium tuberculosis and lepri, listeria, brucella. Then some fungi can also lead to type 4 hypersensitivity, that is pneumocystis, candida, histoplasma, cryptococcus. Intracellular parasite can also lead to type 4 hypersensitivity like Leishmania, and intracellular viruses like herpes, smallpox and measles can lead to type 4 hypersensitivity reactions. Apart from the pathogen, there are certain chemicals also which can lead to contact type of type 4 hypersensitivity, especially hadrite, nickel, poison ivy and poison oak. Now, type 4 hypersensitivity reaction can be once again classified into three different varieties. The contact type, over here, the hypersensitivity reaction would happen within 48 to 72 hours and usually presented as eczema on skin. Second type is tuberculin, which will also take 48 to 72 hours and is once again clinically manifested as local induration. While third variety is granuloma, which takes longer time, 21 to 28 days, and there is a granuloma or hardening within various organs. So first, we discuss about contact dermatitis. There are various chemicals which we earlier discussed which acts as a hapten, and such type of haptens when adsorbed on skin will bind with various skin molecules, proteins, and they become allergen. So such type of allergens are taken up by the Langerhans cells in the first exposure. Now the same antigens are processed by immune cells and effector CD8 cells are manufactured. So when there is another exposure, second exposure of the same hapten or chemical on skin, the stimulated effector cells are already present, they would mount an immune response. But as it was a hapten which consists of chemicals and some skin protein, so immune response which is mounted is also against the molecules present in skin. So there is a non-specific inflammation which will lead to some injury and inflammation of particular area on which there is an exposure of the allergen. So this is contact dermatitis. Another two type of type 4 hypersensitivity, that is tuberculin and granuloma. If we try to understand that, first of all we need to understand about tuberculosis. In tuberculosis there is a primary infection, so primary pulmonary tuberculosis, and during initial phase this Mycobacterium tuberculosis are phagocytosed by the macrophage. Now routinely what happens over here, this macrophage would digest Mycobacterium tuberculosis and it will lead to immunity. But because of some genetic predisposition or physical condition or pathological condition, the macrophage is not able to digest Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and there happens that bacteria would multiply intracellularly and it is unchecked and unblocked. So there is a seeding of Mycobacterium tuberculosis along with this macrophage to various organs. What happens in the later phase, that is more than 3 weeks, that macrophage would present this antigen of Mycobacterium tuberculosis to T helper cells, and T helper cells is now converted into Th1 type of cells that will lead to cell mediated immune response. Now if the patient is tested for tuberculin skin test, the patient would be positive at this particular juncture. Later on what happens, that T helper cell would activate the macrophage, and macrophage is now once activated would be able to destroy the intracellular bacteria, and this will lead to immunity. But as I said earlier, because of some genetic predisposition or other factors, if the macrophage is not able to clear the intracellular bacteria, they would continue to multiply, and there is a futile attempt by macrophage to control the multiplying organism. In attempt to that, it will lead to formation of granuloma surrounding multiplying Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So over here there are two types of hypersensitivity which would happen in course of tuberculosis. One is tuberculin and second is granuloma. So first we discuss the tuberculin test. It is usually performed to identify the latent tuberculous infection in which Mycobacterium tuberculosis are present in the patient or individual, but there are no clinical signs and symptoms present. Over here, antigen which is taken from Mycobacterium tuberculosis, purified protein derivative, is injected subcutaneously into tissue. Now it will be processed by antigen presenting cells. There are already Th1 effector cells which are present because of this latent infection. So Th1 effector cell would identify that particular antigen or pathogen and would mount immune response. So there is recruitment of phagocytes and plasma to the site of this particular injection, and it would lead to inflammation and induration. and this overall process would take something around 24 to 72 hours. So we can see over here, when purified protein derivative has an antigen injected into dermis, this will lead to inflammation after 24 to 72 hours, and it is seen as induration, right? Now this induration is measured and interpreted as per the standard indication. The last type of type 4 hypersensitivity is granuloma. Over here, once again, as we discuss in Mycobacterium tuberculosis or the disease tuberculosis, what happens? The immune system is not able to control multiplication of Mycobacterium tuberculosis. But there is a futile attempt to control and cordon multiplying mycobacteria. So it will form a chronic granuloma, a collection of inflammatory cells surrounding multiplying Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So over here we can see such type of granuloma which can occur in various organs in chronic diseases, notably Mycobacterium tuberculosis infection. There is outer border of fibrous tissue. Then there is a layer of lymphocytes, T and B lymphocyte. There are dendritic cells, notably there are macrophage. And as we discussed earlier, that there is a continuous stimulation of macrophage. Macrophage becomes activated, and chronic activation of macrophage will convert them into epithelioid cells. So you can see a zone of epithelioid cells. Now, even what happens, continuous stimulation of this epithelioid cell, many of them fuse together and they make a large cell which is called as giant cell. Now what happens? Mycobacterium tuberculosis, in certain conditions, as we discussed, genetic predisposition or physiological or pathological condition, immune system of individual is not able to control multiplication. So what happens? That during this inflammatory process, this giant cell would die, which can be seen as sperm cells. Even there is degeneration of epithelioid cells, there is degeneration of or death of macrophage. And there is in center what happens, that all dying cells along with multiplying Mycobacterium tuberculosis will form a cheesy necrosis. So this is the hallmark of tuberculosis. Central, there is cheesy necrosis which contains Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Then surrounding to that there are giant cells, then epithelioid cells, macrophage and lymphocyte. So this is a granuloma. So with that we complete type 4 hypersensitivity reaction. Thank you very much.